Right now, the Biden administration is going to be fighting us on a lot of these issues related to Ashli Babbitt. And it'd be interesting to see what the Trump administration does. We hope there's a different approach. So last time we had some time together was just before Thanksgiving, and I reported to you a letter sent by a key committee chairman in the House, Chairman Loudermilk, asking questions about the U.S. Capitol Police special treatment for Lieutenant Byrd, now Captain Byrd, the man who shot without justification and killed our client, essentially, Ashli Babbitt. We represent her estate, Judicial Watch attorneys do, in a federal lawsuit, $30 million wrongful death lawsuit. We filed the lawsuit on behalf of her estate and her widow, Aaron Babbitt. And the letter just describes much of what Judicial Watch has uncovered with more detail. That he was put up in a special facility, military facility. So the Pentagon was involved in taking care of this guy. Special hotel at Joint Base Andrews, the major air base south of D.C. here. He had an abysmal disciplinary record, shooting at cars in a dangerous way, nearly getting people, innocents, killed, leaving his gun in a bathroom for nearly an hour, while all the time getting special treatment and payments from the Capitol Police, it looks like, with the encouragement of Democrats. So you kill a civilian for no good reason and you get special treatment if you're a cop who works for Democrats. I mean, compare and contrast that with other officer-involved shootings of recent note. The Justice Department didn't do a serious investigation. The D.C. Police didn't do a serious investigation. And there was no admin or any other investigation of note by the Capitol Hill Police. But there was a lot of bending over backwards to protect this guy from accountability. Heck, we didn't even know his name. The public didn't know his name officially for months. I don't think it came out till, was it October of 2021, and the shooting occurred January 6th. So Just the News, our friends over there, John Solomon, released more emails detailing the special monies that he was getting and how Byrd was outraged he wasn't getting enough money and enough benefits and enough support from the police. And even the police, the Capitol Hill Police, were kind of like, what are you talking about? Do you realize what you're getting that other officers aren't getting? I mean, the emails are more smoking guns, a special treatment for the killer of Ashli Babbitt. Let's go to the first email. I'll take your lead, guys, in the back. So let's go down here a little bit. Go down a little bit. Okay. So one of the big issues was there was a memorial fund that, come back to me for a second so I can think this through. There was a memorial fund that the Capitol Hill Police had set up, or there's a memorial fund generally available for injured and deceased officers. And they were insistent that they use the memorial fund, or Byrd was assistant, and I guess with the approval of others, to give money to Byrd. So that's what they're referencing when they talk about the memorial fund in these emails. So let's go back to these emails released by Barry Loudermilk to Just the News. So this is Byrd writing, "Can you advise on the status of the memorial fund and the background check? I'll let Karen update you on the background check, but for the memorial fund, we have all your info. We're working on the announcement to the entire department as to how folks injured on 1/6 can apply to the fund, and we'll consider all claims on that point." He wasn't injured on January 6th. Now, to be fair to Byrd, he might say he had a mental injury or PTSD because he shot and killed Ashli, but I don't think that's what the issue is here. And he writes, "I don't think that's fair, blah, blah, blah." And then the supervisor writes up a little bit further, I'm sorry you're disappointed, and this is the outrage here. I find that surprising since we've already provided you $36,000 in unrestricted retention funds, meaning they gave him money to stay in a job he likely was going to stay in. You know what the result of the department is receiving? The rest of the department, You know what the rest of the department is receiving? $3,000 each. Yes, you are being lumped in with the other 91 officers who suffered injuries that day. The memorial fund is for the entire department, not one officer. It will not take months, but more like weeks, during which we are providing you housing, training to take a department shotgun home, and extensive security upgrades at your personal residence. I don't think that's unfair. So he had a background check by the feds. They denied him access to a shotgun. And they were giving him a shotgun to take home. They were giving him money for his security improvements. And he's still complaining. Look at the email he wrote in response to that one. Go back up. We played the game as you request, and then once we're in compliance, you guys changed the rules on us. And then he complains that he had to pay taxes on his retention fund. Cash. Oh, it was less than $24,000 after taxes. Let's go to the next set of emails. Here's the intervention of of House leadership. Lieutenant Michael Byrd, he's very upset with how he's being treated. And who was the chairman? I think we've tried to figure out who the chairman was. Who was it again? Congressman Laura? Was it Laura?
Rosa?
Rosa. Yeah, Laura Rosa. She's been there forever and a day. And Just the News reported, and let's go to the next one. So there we have intervention. Memorial Fund request. I know we discussed this informally a few months ago. I'm sorry you formally but then he tells Byrd this. I'm sorry to confirm you formally that the Capitol Police Board has decided not to disperse any funds from the Memorial Fund to you on the events of January 6th. So at least they didn't push forward on that, at least based on these emails. But this is what Mike wrote back, Mr. Byrd wrote back. Okay, thank you. U.S. Capitol Police will not look good. You know, this is the type of guy he is. I mean, he's lucky he wasn't prosecuted, and this is his response. Of course, this is what the Capitol Police had stated. Let's go to the next set of emails. Oh, so this is classic. So this is a meeting that they had. This document shows the meeting they had with a top official for Pelosi's office. And I think Steny Hoyer's people were involved in this too, and he was the number 2. So these were all the ideas they had. Per diems, give him a car, closing costs on the sale or purchase of a new house. Look at all the benefits they were going to give Ashli Babbitt's killer. And I'm not going to go through and read them all, and they didn't give them all those benefits, but the idea that they were going through this laundry list of unbelievable benefits to a public official or a government police officer who had just killed a civilian in controversial circumstances really raises significant issues, to put it charitably. And I forget what's the last email. What's the last email? No, that's it. So go to justthenews.com, get the details. Just the News had a story about these emails from the Capitol Hill Police Union, who decried the special treatment for the officer who killed Ashli. Not sure what makes Mike Byrd so special that he thinks he needed to be taken care of by the department. U.S. Capitol Police should give every officer a $37,000 bonus or have Byrd pay it all back. So Our Babbitt case, our lawsuit proceeds. All this information, I think, makes the case more powerful in court. I'll defer to the lawyers as to whether that's actually true or not. Right now, the Biden administration is going to be fighting us on a lot of these issues related to Ashli Babbitt. And it'd be interesting to see what the Trump administration does. We hope there's a different approach. There's a trial set in our case for 2026. And we've got a hearing. I think we have a hearing later this month in the Ashli Babbitt lawsuit. I don't know the date though, and I think it's this month. So I'm just going on memory here. But the more we find out about the officer who killed Ashli Babbitt and the subsequent political intervention by Democrats to protect him, the more scandalous her death becomes, as if it weren't scandalous enough. And Judicial Watch is right in the thick of it with this important federal lawsuit to vindicate Ashli Babbitt's memory, a 14-year veteran who was killed while unarmed in the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, the only official homicide victim that day, and a victim whose death was, relatively speaking, uninvestigated by responsible government officials. And we aim to hold them all accountable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.